hopefully that is us live. As ever, can you let me know in the chat if everything's working? Because technology and everything else. I just thought today we could have a little catch-up chat, and I'll do a little more of my rabbit that we started, well, hare, that we started on Sunday. So I'm out of room. I need a bigger desk. But so here is where I've got to him with words. Here is where I got with him on Sunday. Well, I've just kind of felted him a little more firmly. It's kind of doing my head in because I want to felt him super firmly, but I'm following what I'm told. I'm trying to be good. But yeah, this is what what I've got to so far. And I think today we will work on the ears for him, his little ears. And yeah, see how we get on with that. And yeah, just have a chat. So if you can let me know if I'm live, if you can hear me, if everything looks okay, and just let me know how you're getting on. We're going to have a bit of random chat as we go along. I'm not sure if it's going to be so easy for me to show you everything, but we'll try. So, from my instructions here, we're wanting some of the brown wool, and we're going to make 2 ears. There even is the template in here for how big I need to make the ears, so I'm just going to do that. And I'm being good, and I'm even using the felting pad that the makers gave me. Oh, fluff everywhere, wonderful. So it's going to be hard to show you all this exactly without me stabbing myself, but we'll persevere. Right, so taking a bit of this, and I'm told that the ears have to be 10 centimeters tall by 7 centimeters wide. So I think that's enough of a pinch to roughly be doing that, as is this. Now, so this is just going to be like an hour or so, maybe not even that, just a little chat to catch up with everyone, to see how everyone's doing. We'll talk about what my friend and fellow YouTuber, the Creaky Blinder, labelled this as, rather than the words that we're not allowed to say for what's going on in the world just now, he labelled this disease as the lag allergy, and I totally love that, so we're stealing that. But anyway, so I've put 2 bits of fluff onto my felting mat, and it says I do need to add a thin layer of black over the top of both of them, so I will do that as well. So we have, sorry about the rustling. Yeah, so I will add some black, and then I'll get to felting and get to chatting, because that's what we're here for. A little bit of sanity, pass the time in a crazy world. And yeah, let me know, how is everybody doing? And yeah, I want to talk about the whole mental health thing today, and I am not an expert or anything. Here we go. But I just wanted to talk about this whole how everyone's actually doing mental health wise, right? All I'm doing just now is stabbing them on the cushion. Once I'm bored of doing that, I'll pick them up in a minute. And look, the first thing I want to say here is, it's actually okay to not be okay. I was talking to my mum, and I've been talking to loads of people today and stuff, and I was like, yeah, we're totally okay. And then I was thinking about it as like, I've been running a headache for 3 days. My mum says she's been eating more than normal. Some people are getting more snappy and everything else. So yeah, we're okay, but we're not okay, and that's okay. The times are a bit crazy, a little bit scary, so we're all going to be a little bit mainly okay, but not quite, and that's where we should cut everyone else a bit of slack as well, because everybody else is okay but not okay. It's going to be alright, things are going to be mainly fine, but it's going to be a big change for quite a while, and right now is the most difficult time because we're getting used to this new normal. We don't know what's about to happen, so that's why I'm hopefully going to do a few more live streams and just get some kind of routine. Right, quickly going to check the chat before it disappears off my screen. So we have Nicole, hello there. Maria saying everything looks good. Awesome, thank you so much. Tina, hello from Atlanta, Georgia. Hello there. Linda, hi there. And Lily Tree's in the house. Maria, hi. Lisa, yay, you're doing a part 2 on the hare. Yep, absolutely. I'm planning. I've got some ideas here. The makers, the wonderful ladies at the makers, just sent me the Easter chick kit. So we'll be working through that as well. And I'm thinking of doing a little more, just like half an hour chat several times through the week, just to catch up with everyone, a little bit of normality, and work on some projects. So we've got the hare to finish, and then I've got the chick. I've also got orders. I'm thankfully still got some customers and everything, so I've got some orders that way. And also a wonderful friend of mine has been doing some work in clay. She's been learning clay, and she made a beautiful sleeping dragon, and I thought that is so the best thing, because everybody does needle felted sleeping things. A sleeping dragon sounds good, so she gave me permission that we can make her sleeping dragon. So I've ordered a second camera so we can be clever and have 2 camera angles and maybe like do proper felty things like that. So rather than me make a video of an entire project and do loads of editing and stuff, I can just sit half an hour, we felt a bit of the project, and come back the next day or so and felt a bit more. I hope that's I hope that's something that would be interesting. Right, so let's check the chat again before it goes too far away. CJ, hello there. Hello, Tatty Treasures, hi. Oh, Tina's stressed because Etsy sales have pretty much stopped, which means no income. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. I know. I've heard some shops are down, and right now things will likely be down as people are freaking out. But at the same time, a lot of just hopeful for everyone that's an online seller, because a lot of regular stores are going to have to close, and a lot of people aren't going to want to be going out to the shops. So hopefully it will happen that they'll start using online shops a little bit. I mean, I did that already. I ordered my mum's Mother's Day things online and just sent it directly to her. So if there's ways that we can think of things like that, kits that we can send to people, gifts that we can send to other people, all the things like that, and hopefully people will support us, and Etsy's trying to support us. CJ, yeah, definitely overeating, but you're okay. I'm glad to hear it. Tatty Treasures, loving the backdrop. I feel like we're in a pub. Awesome, yes, the dungeon. Oh, that is such a good idea. We're going to have to do a social night sometime and get a few drinks in. I'm actually looking at software. Lily Tree might be using you. I'm looking at figuring out the software that we can have more people into this live stream, so we could maybe felt along with people, have a chat, have a call in, have a drink. I think we're all going to need that. A virtual bar? Pam, stop. But just because it would be nice to meet all of you. I've been talking to the makers, and hopefully we can do something that way as well. But just have more faces to talk to. Yeah. So we're in a pub. Tatty, yeah, people need to have somewhere to check in, so be nice a few times a week. Cool, that's what I was thinking. I mean, hopefully it helps you, but it helps me as well. Right, where ears are looking eerie. But yeah, no, it helps me as well. I'm not actually talking to anyone, I'm talking to a random camera, but it's great to have a bit of feedback and that bit of communication, because we are going to have to find, for the foreseeable future, we're going to have to find other ways of keeping in touch with people. So I think YouTube's going to be pretty awesome for that, hopefully. Lily thinks I'll have a celebration when there's Luro back in the shop. She'll call it TP Day. I know, right? It's crazy, but the supply chain will start rolling again. And people were saying that in China they had this, people freaked out and panic bought, but then after a while it calms down. And it's going to be the same here. The supply chain will start coming again. Stuff will be back in the shops. Just wipe your bum with whatever you've got to hand just now. Deal with it however we have to deal with it. But I'm guessing the good thing is social isolation means we can stink. Sorry. I was just thinking, if anyone watches Drawbridgeazza, the artist on YouTube, and his video today, it was like, I think we're all teetering between hysterical laughter and hysterical crying, and I think he was so right. So inappropriate jokes, absolutely. I've also been, I was also on Etsy, no, I was also on eBay already, looking for surgical masks and things that I can edit into, transform into like Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome type things. Oh, stop skipping chat. Joe, hey from Toronto, Canada. Hello there. Tatty Treasures depends on the post. Absolutely. We just have to keep an eye out. Here's the ears just now. The UK, most postal services are saying they're going to do what they can just now. If you're on E-Rank group on Facebook just now, Anthony's just putting up a post with all the different advice from as many of the local post offices as he can find, which is awesome. Right, let's see what I've got to do with the ears. So we had to make these kind of thicker because they're going to be folded around the wires, which I think is pretty cool. Leave the ears quite loose and fluffy at this stage. Remember to leave it quite loose. Hold the ear behind the wire with the black part down. Fold. Okay. Got yeah, got it. I think I've got it. So black part's down, and I'm going to fold it so that the folded part is the front of the ear. Can you actually see this? Yes, I should maybe, that probably doesn't help much. Can you still hear me if I back up slightly? Oh, this is fiddly, but still fun. Okay, so I'm just folding the ear round the wire and felting it. Oh, Tatty, it looks like the Pit and the Pendulum in Nottingham. Oh, awesome. When they open up again, I shall have to go and find that place. I've not been in Nottingham for years, but awesome. I am absolutely hoping that when this is all over, people will start going out more, because a lot of pubs in the UK, I don't know what it's like in other countries, but a lot of, I help a friend running a monthly nightclub, and the place, it's a student union that we hire out, and now us middle-aged elderly people, we're the biggest night they have, when it used to be the student nights were so huge, but students don't go out anymore. What is wrong with you people? So hopefully when all this is over, people will feel more like socialising again. Guinea Pig Weekly, hello there, how you doing? Chat is jumping again. Oh, Tina, it's given you time to work on new products for my shop, so that's a big positive. Has Etsy started the new off-site ads yet? Awesome on the new products. Yeah, that is a really cool thing that everyone should be thinking of. It's a good time to double down on getting everything done. And thank you so much for the question of off-site ads. That is a brilliant question. Firstly, yes and no. Off-site ads. Etsy has been doing ads, been advertising for us off-site for a number of years now. I can't remember when they started doing it, but they've been doing it for a while. And all the off-site ads is we're going to get a dashboard, or I've just got my dashboard, and they're rolling them out, and then it was going to be for a month. We would see on our dashboard where ads were coming in from off-site ads, but Etsy would continue paying for them. So we would see how much it would cost us, but they're not taking the money for it yet. But Etsy just sent us all an email. If you haven't seen it, I've linked in Pam Duthie's Crafty Friends, the Facebook group. But they sent us an email basically saying they're trying to help Etsy sellers, and I think it's really awesome of them. What they're doing, off-site ads, they're making a huge increase in their budget. They're going to advertise us like crazy, and they're not going to charge us. They're giving us another month free, so we won't be paying for off-site ads till the 1st of May, I think, or some. I can't remember the exact dates, I just read it, but basically they're throwing in a whole lot of extra money, and I believe Rosani just linked to say that Josh Silverstone's gone on telly and stuff over there, so they're really pushing the idea of support the small crafter, shop online, all of this. So fingers crossed. At the minute in time, people who don't have much money and don't know what's going to be happening to them are freaking out and not buying much more than toilet paper. But once everything settles, people understand what their jobs are going to be. Everyone in the UK, and I never thought I would say this of a Tory government, but it seems they've done some kind of really good things to help people keep their jobs and to help people out. They're doing pretty good as far as I can see. So most people have at least a little cushion, and in the rest of the world, once we see what the governments are doing for us, once we see if we're keeping our jobs, once we see if we're going to have enough money, then people will shop more. And so get your shops ready. It might be quieter. Some shops are down a significant amount. Some shops are doing okay. My mum just sold a pair of really expensive gloves. So people are still there and still buying. So if we keep going, making new things, now think of the things that might be useful just now. Right at this minute, if you can, make kits, make tutorials, make educational things, because all across the world, people are going to be at home with their kids, and much as they love their kids, I know people complain that the summer holidays is a nightmare. Well, they're probably going to be homeschooling for quite a while just now, so they need all the help they can get with things to do. So if you can do anything like that, I think that's an awesome thing. Whatever your craft is, look at what you can do, even if you can't make a kit per se, can you photograph or video yourself making the things on the way and sell a PDF of it, put up videos? I'm always going to suggest that. Now, okay, YouTube videos are not going to make you money immediately. It takes time. It took me over a year to get to the point where I would be at the point that you could monetize videos, and I wasn't getting a steady paycheck till last year. And by steady, I mean you have to be at about $100 before you get paid. So if every month you've made the $100, then you get paid for that month. So I didn't get to the $100 a month until last year, and even then I am not making enough to live off from YouTube. So I'm not going to say start YouTube to make money right now. There's ways that you can sell videos, sell access to videos, or something that might be a thing. But hey, yeah, start YouTube if you've got time. I think it would be really kind of a cool time to do it, because I don't know about you, but I'm wanting to watch more stuff, and I'm wanting to watch more stuff that's not the news. So anyway, right. Lily Tree, Crafty Natters. I love the great names you guys come up with. This is great. Right, I'm going to wrap the second ear. Oh, that one's not looking too bad. Let's see what we can do with the second one. They're almost the same size, which, considering how much attention I'm paying to this. Lisa sounds perfect. Tatty Treasures, still having to go out to actual work at the moment, as they're not paying if you don't come in yet. My two shops are doing fine, but I do have lots I can do if they slow stop. Yeah, a lot of people will have to go to work. There's a lot of things that we need. And I hope that everyone will stop looking down on shop workers and cleaners and everything, because at the minute in time, that's some of our most important people. But yeah, hopefully for those that have to go into work, and stay safe and all the rest of it, but thank you, it's something we need. And for those of us that don't have to go into work, we're lucky, but also stay sensible. I mean, I've arranged to meet a friend tomorrow to go into a park for a walk, and we are going to be walking at 2 meters apart from each other, but the sun is out. And there's one thing I wanted to cover with the whole mental health. Thank goodness for those in the northern hemisphere, it's becoming spring and it's getting a bit nicer outside. I've done a few long walks. Now, I can only give advice on what the UK government are saying. If your government are saying different things, then you have to follow that. But we are not just allowed, we're advised to go out and exercise. We're allowed to go out and exercise. We're just not allowed to gather in large groups. They're even saying children can go out just so long as they're not in groups and they keep 2 meters apart from each other. So while the sun is out, that is, I've had, the past 2 days have been nice, and I've been able to do big dog walks with the dogs, and it is so much nicer. You just feel so much better. Just get out there. That's the one thing. I've got some other tips that'll come in later, but let's do the chat. Tati asked today, everything from the UK is going out fine apart from China and those places. Yeah, as far as I can see, the post is okay, and because we're still in Europe, the EU is shutting down the borders. I think there's a shutdown of a day in some places, so the post won't be going out. But in general, countries are trying to keep the post running, because it's going to keep us all sane buying things from Amazon. No, not from Amazon. We're all going to buy from Etsy. But yeah, all buying in some things, at least it keeps us sane. Hockey Station, hello. Okay. Oh, chat's jumped. Bexy, I think I've missed some chat, haven't I? I've missed quite a lot of chat. Bexy Boo, hello there. George, howdy. Tina, I'm assuming that's on the. That's awesome. Appreciate their help. I assume that's on the Etsy thing. And yeah, Etsy have been awesome. Oh, and the other thing, they're giving you up to a month to pay your bill now if you're struggling. So that gives you a bit of time, and I'm sure they'll help out more. But yeah, everywhere is being good and cutting people a bit of slack. Bexy Cricket's here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. But I think we'll find things go a little bit quiet. Everybody's buying toilet roll and bloomin' paracetamol. Stop buying the paracetamols. You've got enough. You're going to kill yourself. And I've got a headache. Can I please get some paracetamols? But yeah, once people have stopped panic buying and gone back to normal, and a friend of mine said a lovely thing today as well, which I hadn't thought of, is she knows she's okay with work, she's got enough money put aside. I mean, I don't think anyone's super rich, but she's comfortable enough. So she's going out, and her shopping, she's going to the small local shops and buying the artisan bread and stuff, so leaving the cheaper stuff in the supermarkets for the people that really need it. And I thought that's a really nice thing. And I think she also started up a subscription with HelloFresh, so she's getting the expensive food coming in that way. So yeah, it's costing a little bit more, but it's meaning there's more in the supermarkets for the people who can't afford to do the things she's doing. So I thought that was a really kind of positive thing to do. Tati, yeah, we're on the front line and get paid minimum wages. It's crazy. It is, and hopefully that will change. I want that to change. Because, yeah, you're on the front line. People in supermarkets and things, you're putting yourselves in danger, really, because you have to, there's no social distancing from us snotty-nosed general population. You have to be there, and we need you. So yeah. Tattoo, yeah, seeing flowers, so that makes you feel better and clears head. Absolutely. I love this time of year when we've had a couple of days, a couple of weeks where it starts to get a bit warmer, and when you walk through the woods and you can just smell everything come into life. It's so nice. And I feel like January I had some kind of a stomach flu, so I didn't leave my house for about 2 weeks. And then February we had hurricanes coming through one after the other, so I didn't leave my house much. And so now we're in March and we're being told not to leave the house much, and I'm like, I've been practicing. But yeah, it's super good that springs are happening. And my apocalyptic garden, so far nothing's died. That's my update so far. I'll have to sort out pictures so you can all see. But yes, I have, what do I have? I have spinach and rocket, I think, strawberries and herbs and peppers and broccoli and some microgreens, and tomorrow or Sunday I think I'll start planting up tomatoes and all sorts of seedlings. I feel now most of this will die. I am terrible at gardening, but it's just nice to have. I've got them on my kitchen table just now, and I'll move them out as the weather gets better. It's just nice to have a bit of life about the place, to go into my kitchen and there's green stuff. It's really cool. I don't know if I'll ever get to eat it, but hey, it's something to do. Oh, Bexy, you're in self-isolation for 14 days since Monday due to my little brother having a fever and a sore throat. He's doing better now. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. He's doing better, so hopefully that's a positive thing. Yeah, I wanted to, this is my mental health chat. Firstly, let's find out what else I've got to do to the ear, and then I'll get back. White fibres into the centre of the ear. I'll use the nice whites that they gave us for this. So, a couple of little pinches of white to put it into the centre of the ear while I'm chatting. We'll probably just not get much further than the ears, I think, but we'll see where we get today. Yes, one thing on the things what I'm doing. So I did the gardening, but one thing I started doing, someone had put up a post saying there's a PE teacher in the UK that's starting doing a morning PE class every day, and I thought that sounded really cool. I don't want to do children's PE classes, although I might do it at some point, but what I've decided to start doing, something that I did a little while ago but didn't get very far with, but I've started doing belly dancing classes on YouTube, so that's been kind of fun. It's really good. I'm doing ones that have like a lot of like yoga type warm up. It's not quite so relaxing when you're trying to bend and stretch and everything, and you get dogs face in your face going, "What are you doing, Mum?" Or them woofing at you because they think you're doing something exciting. But just learn a different skill, keep the body moving and everything, and it just, for like half an hour or an hour, it's just giving something different to think about. So that's been kind of cool. I think like maybe yoga or meditation would be good, and keeping a routine. So it's like if you're self-isolating or whatever, it's good to have a routine. If you're homeschooling the kids, again, it's good to have a routine. Just think of the things that you can do at some point every day, like, especially kids at home, do the PE class, physical education class, do a little something, work on your garden, do the housework, but do a little something different. I mean, yeah, put on your favourite music and dance around the house for half an hour. And that's a good way to get through things a little bit, just by, because it's too easy to just be sitting on the tally or on the internet listening for updates and looking at all the negative things. And we'll try some craft projects, and hopefully I'll convince some people to come on here sometimes. Just there's a white. I'll blend that in some more. Chat. Where did I get to? Femke, here are some supermarkets place plastics to protect you. Oh, awesome. I have to find a new routine. All 5 kids are at home and have to keep learning. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. Quite a challenge, but I'm sure there'll be days you'll want to throttle them, but it's kind of cool. I bet you'll learn a lot trying to teach them things and coming up with ideas and stuff. So yeah, anybody with a shop, if you can make kits for science projects or anything like that, I bet you that would be totally appreciated. And just any little things like that, activities, learning activities for the kids. I would definitely at this time of year, if you've got kids at home, give them a little patch of garden for their own as well. You know, give them their own little individual projects to get them out of your hair, because you're going to be going mental. 5 kids, but it could be kind of fun as well, and also like get some of the older ones to teach the younger ones certain things and stuff. Yay. Demetra, hello. Yes, gardening helps relax and forget the chaos. Yeah, I'm awful at gardening. I will blame our climate as well, because there's a number of years I've tried to start gardening, and I've, like, this time of year there's been a burst of really good weather, and I've set up and, you know, done loads of things, and then it's like rained for 2 months and everything's dead. So I'm not the best gardener, but hopefully we'll keep some things alive, and if I don't, I don't. But, well, some of the salad was already pre-planted, so I could get a tiny little leaf out of it already. Right. Excuse the gracefulness, but this is how you've got to felt. Tatty, it's funny, people at work are so worried about being home alone for weeks. I only got a house twice since starting the Etsy journey. I think we get used to being home alone, home a lot. Yeah, absolutely. That's something. It was about a decade ago when I got made redundant. Well, not made redundant. When I lost my job, when I lost my career there, and at the same time being skint meant I couldn't go out so much. So I kind of lost touch with my friends. So it's, if you're used to going out and being social and doing all the things, you know, having work, having friends, always being on the go, your first couple of weeks are tough because you're getting into a new routine, and then you get used to it. It becomes the new normal, just so long as you find your routine and find the things that you enjoy doing. And they talk about like self-care and everything else, and yeah, most of the time people talking about that are meaning put a face mask on, have a bath. Do that as well, but a lot of the self-care is take yourself out for a walk somewhere quiet, away from people. If you're self-isolated with other people, maybe take yourself out for a walk. Find ways to do the things that are good for your mental health, because yeah, we're all gonna go a little bit stir crazy. So thank you for joining me so that you let me chat and not go stir crazy. Tati, you saw the link for Kids PE that starts Monday. Yeah, I'll try and find it again and put it in the group, or if anyone else wants to share it. I think that's a great idea, and I think people have said that there's people starting art classes, because some of the teachers are going to need to have something to do, or if you have a skill and if you are a teacher, have been a teacher, can teach something, then it's kind of cool. You could do classes like that. And look, for those of us that need money, all of us need money in some way or another. If you've had a blog for a while or something like that, because quite a lot of us started a blog in the past and didn't do much with it. Now, if you start a blog just now, it takes a bit of time and effort to monetize it. But if you've had one bubbling around for quite a while, you might be able to monetize it just now. It might be getting enough views. And then you could blog on what you're doing. You could blog lessons for kids. You could blog your PDFs or your videos or things. And the monetization just means there'd be some adverts put there, so you could maybe make a little bit of money from that. Again, I got my AdSense, my Amazon affiliate, that's the one, Amazon affiliate, which is just basically where if you find things on Amazon related to what you're talking about, then you can put the link from your affiliate account on Amazon, and if people click through the link, which they might because it's relevant to what you've been talking about, then you get a bit of money from Amazon for sending the people. Now it can be difficult to get approved, but I found my blog that isn't really much at all, but my blog was enough. It had enough traffic. It had been around long enough that Amazon trusted me enough to give me an affiliate account there. So there's ways to sort of monetize if you want to share some of your experiences. I mean, I think at the minute in time, just seeing and hearing what you're up to, looking at what you're doing in your garden, people are going to be more interested in people just now, because it's what we don't have. I mean, shock horror, mum's panicking. For those in the UK, EastEnders is cutting back. All the soaps are cutting back how much they're recording. So you're going to have to ration your real life, not real life experience there. So yeah, people want to watch people and learn about people and stuff. It just gives us all something to do. I think I rambled on enough there. Ooh, stop jumping, chat. Lily, yeah, people need to be mindful of the pressures being put on shop staff. Absolutely. I think everybody needs to be mindful of everybody. Everybody is under pressure. Everybody's a bit stressed. Everybody's going to say stupid things and snap. So just cut everyone a bit of slack. Drop it now. I'm not dissing or anything with old people. People are always saying check in on an elderly neighbour and stuff. Check in on anybody. Check in on a friend who's having to self-isolate just now. Check in on a friend who's working from home that aren't used to it. Just drop a message and say, how you doing? If you can, I know I've got some friends that are a bit skint and they're worrying about being able to afford to bulk buy some pet food, so I've bought a little extra lot to send to a friend just so that her dog is going to be able to eat for a couple of months, so just, yeah, none of us are rich or whatever else, but we can all just do a little bit to help somebody else. So check in, not just on old people, check in on everybody. Femke, planned to do a lot of craft projects but didn't find the time for it last week, but it will settle better. I'm not scared to stay isolated for a long time. Awesome, that's positive, absolutely. I kind of feel the same. Hopefully if the internet goes down, I'm panicking. If the government say we can't even go out for walks, then I'll be struggling. I'm lucky I do have a garden that's completely secure, so me and the dogs can get outside, but I think not being able to walk for an extended time, I don't think anyone would be able to do that. I think that's asking too much. And also, when you're in the middle of nowhere with no one about, you're unlikely to catch anything. But yeah, I'm not scared, and nobody should be. It's going to be a change, but we got this, folks. We can do this. Tina, tempted to overeat, but you're on Weight Watchers and excited they started doing meetings online via Zoom because the workshops are now closed. That's an awesome idea. Yeah, Zoom's kind of cool, yeah, because everyone can get involved and chat to each other, so that's a good thing. Keep you accountable. Yeah, I know the kind of. There's another good reason for me to do this just now, because this time of night is my, I just fancy a wee snack kind of time of night. So if I can sit and felt and chat, then it's all good as well. It's a long time since I've done a sculpture this big, so he's kind of like, where do I put the rabbits? George, you work at Walgreens. There's a lot of erratic behaviour going on. With people getting upset that something wasn't in stock. Yeah, some people are entitled idiots, words for it, and they're just stressed and not thinking as well, and they shouldn't be taking it out on you. But yeah, I've heard that as well. People freaking out. Of course they're freaking out, and yeah, they went to their shop, they wanted the stuff that they needed, and it's not there, and it's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. So yeah, people chill out and don't be mean to the staff. I'm just trying to firm up this ear and kind of blend in the white. I would have been better off doing this on the mat, but I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. Tati, you've seen teachers on Facebook offering parents advice. Yeah, that's another such a cool thing, isn't it? Yeah, teachers who are in the UK, schools aren't completely closed. They're open to children of the emergency services, you know, important jobs, which I hope still counts for some of the supermarket staff and everything. I haven't looked into that. And some of the vulnerable groups as well. I'm not sure how it's all working out, but yeah, there are still going to be some teachers in at work, but I think some will be free as well, and also they're there, they'll offer some advice. I think there's going to be they're putting together some distance learning things to help the parents, because not all parents know what to do to teach their kids from home, that's for sure. Bexy, didn't think it would get to me, but actually the rest of the shift I was upset. I never want to annoy or upset people. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, I think things that we're not expecting are getting to us a bit just now. I think we're all feeling that as well, but yeah, and that's what, you know, be kind to yourself, be aware. It's what I said at the start. It's okay to not be okay. Tell yourself it's okay. You can be not okay, but don't dwell on it too much. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I trying to keep track of chat. Tati, it'd be great to blog or journal this journey. We've never experienced anything like this in our lifetime. Exactly. That's something Mom said on the phone this afternoon that I hadn't even thought of. But what's happening just now is something that's going to be talked about in history classes. We're making history just now because this has not happened. This is a new thing. Strange way to think about it, and a strange positive to take out of it. But yeah, and that's a cool idea. If you blog about what's going on, people can read about it in 100 years' time. That's kind of really cool. Yeah. So everybody, do a little blog or post updates on Facebook, whatever. I'm trying to keep it positive on Facebook and in the groups and everything. But you know, if you go out and you have a nice walk, or what things are happening, or what you're doing to cope with things, or how things are changing. I think on the BBC YouTube channel there's a woman in Bhutan she's been vlogging the things. You can see what's been happening in their lockdown, and it's really interesting to see. Lily Tree, yeah, to Bexy, don't let them get to you. It's their problem, not yours. Absolutely. George, people are starting rumours just to see what will happen, but I believe people in general are good. Yeah, I think individual people are generally okay, but there's some that are not so great. I don't know if it's true, but someone said to me today that they've had to lock down 2 cities in Germany because some of the young people are deliberately getting together and having the Lagerlurgy parties in the hope of catching it and stuff. And while I sort of understand that there's part of me that says, if I'm going to get this, if I'm going to get this and it's going to be mild, and I don't know what it's going to be like, but if I'm going to get this, I'd like to get it out of the way just now, so then hopefully you can't catch it again and you're immune. And because it's like the sword hanging over your head just now, isn't it? But so I get that whole idea, but yeah, cities don't want you to do that. They don't want everyone getting ill all at once. That's a terrible thing. So yeah, people being idiots and deliberately going out. And I've seen on the news the American spring breakers all going off and having their parties and getting drunk and everything and just thinking it doesn't matter. And yeah, that's That's rubbish. So while all that's going on, if us sensible people can just keep out of the way of them, because they're going to make the kind of more lockdowny situations more likely. So yeah. Daddy, don't go around their house. Angela, when you went to the drugstore, the lady in front was yelling at the pharmacy tech. Oh, I hate that. When it was my turn, I said loudly, if the lady was working away, I won't yell at you because that's rude. Absolutely. I mean, it is not the fault of the people we see on the front line. Yeah. I get people are stressed and people are idiots and they take it out on the person that they see because there's nobody else to yell at. But don't do that, because that's a rubbish thing, and the person that you're yelling at has it way worse. There's a lovely meme going around Facebook basically that, you know, our grandparents were asked to go to war. We're asked to sit in front of the telly and binge watch Netflix. It's it's not that bad in the great big scheme of things. Ooh. George, a nice hair, big difference from Sunday. Yeah, well, I didn't add anything else to it. Well, the ears are on now. I just firmed him up slightly. It's still, it's interesting. I love doing the different. I love doing the makers boxes. Actually, I don't like most people's tutorials because I just don't like them. But I like these because in general it's very different to how I would do things. Now I would, throwing a needle away. Excuse me. I would generally do something like this. I would entirely finish the hair in the core wool, and then I would put on the top coat. But they basically would. There was a lot less felting, so it's kind of annoying me that I really want to felt him. But if I do, he would be like super skinny. So it's just a different way of doing things. Haley's house. Hello there. Tatty Treasure. Food shops are in the necessary for school. I work with a high street fashion which is still open, which is crazy. Yeah, no, you're quite right. I'm sorry, we don't need high street fashion just now. We can do without, and we can order clothes online. Yeah, I hope you are sent home soon, and I hope you're sent home with plenty of money. I hope everything's okay. But yeah, clothes shops shouldn't be open just now. I mean, yeah, we need to wear clothes, but I'm sure most of us have quite a lot in our wardrobe, and we can make do in men's. It's funny actually, when I posted up on Facebook the pictures of my little indoor garden that I'd created, someone immediately was like, wow, I've got to get you to join our group, and their group is Dig for Victory. So, wow. But yeah, so make do and mend and dig for victory. Brits will know what I'm talking about. River City, hello there. Haley's house. You're late. How are Etsy sales for everyone? Hi there. I had a couple last week, so I'm still trying to catch up on everything. I don't have tons of sales every week, so I'm not seeing a difference just now. I'm doing okay, and personally, I don't mind if it gets a bit quiet because then we can do fun projects. But I do want everybody else who needs it to be doing well. Then I hope sales will possibly have a dip just now, but then they should pick up soon. Right, I'm going to stop felting him just now. This is where he's at. I do need to blend out the white on his ears. I'm disliking that a lot. But he's hairy. We'll work on that more next time. I'm just going to catch up on the chat and then close out, because I think an hour of listening to me is more than enough for you poor people. But yeah, let's just check the chat. George, it was strange for Michigan Avenue stores closed and dark, the high-end shops. I bet, yeah. I don't go to the high street very often at all, but I can imagine it's going to be really weird, all sorts of surreal. I know. Now I'm tempted to take the camera and film a disaster movie in empty streets, but I might get arrested. And I don't think people are still out and about just now. The streets are quieter, but they're definitely busy just now. But people are keeping a distance. Like I had to pick up a parcel today, and when I was going into the post office, someone was coming out, and they made sure we kept the 2 meters from each other, nice and politely. It was all good. Lily, regarding the UK schools, key workers include those involved in food production, food production, processing, distribution, sales and delivery. Perfect, yeah, that has to be, yes. Maria, as introverts have been practicing for this moment all our lives. Absolutely. But look after your extroverted friends. They will struggle just now. But yeah, it's those of us who can entertain ourselves by ourselves and quite like being by ourselves, it's not so bad. I mean, I'm sure we're all worried to an extent of what's going to happen, but yeah, like being in with internet, dogs and sunny weather in the back garden, it's not the worst. I can think of worst. Lily True, IKEA stores have closed just when we have time to figure out flat pack furniture. Brilliant, yes, and so true. But we can still order some stuff from online. I don't know if IKEA online, that would be kind of cool, because yeah, it is a super good time to sort out bits in your house to make your dungeon area all nice and dungeony. And I'm so looking forward to doing a pub night. Here. Yes. Oh, Haley's house. He's so cute. Thank you so much. Honey Badger. The second-hand clothes shop I volunteer for has closed, but they might use the same volunteers to deliver groceries to vulnerable people. That's a really good idea. I mean, yeah, we don't really need second-hand clothes shops desperately just now. I mean, obviously, as this goes on, and it will go on for a while, so a lot of things might open up again with us being a little more sensible. So we'll see. But yeah, delivering food to vulnerable people sounds awesome. Tati, you and your partner said the same as Marie tonight. Haley's house, is that a real painted brick wall? Unfortunately not. It's a photography backdrop. It's like vinyl. It's just pinned to the wall because I showed all of it. I'm not going to show you just now, but I showed all of this last time I was live. But this area is my spare bedroom, and it has the most horrible yellow painted wall. Oh come on, let's do this. And yeah, it's not pleasant around here. And there's a wardrobe, and there's like loads of junk all over the place. I don't have much room at all. But I sorted out this little area. So I've got soundproof tiles here, a little purple curtain, my shelf of stuffs, my shelf of felty stuffs and such like, and my wall. So that's the dungeon set. That's what we're going to call it. Bexy, with being at home, we've managed to make a couple of cute Mother's Day cards for my mum. One from me and one from the dogs. Awesome. Angela, oh, thank you for making an hour fly by. I love hearing you chat. Thank you. Because literally, I couldn't do this if I didn't have you guys chatting, because I have no idea what I'm going to talk about until you ask me questions. Oops. Skipped chat again. Oh, Tati, your fella's the manager, so you're still working. Elisa, what am I going to name my hare? I have to think about that. Yeah, I'll think about that. George was hoping that was a real wall. I wish I suppose I could do that. Someday, if I ever moved and have more of a studio, who knows, stranger things have happened, then I promise I will paint a crafty brick wall, a crafty colourful brick wall, because it has to be. And people talk about branding and stuff, but I think I'm stuck. I have to dye my hair the colours my hair are when I started my YouTube channel, and I have to keep the brick wall. Tatty treasures, we can start making Christmas presents when we have the time. Absolutely. Yeah, Christmas presents, and we absolutely make anyone who's doing paper crafts and stuff. We need to have the out of isolation party banners and streamers and everything else as well. And the names for my bunny, Harry or Hope the Hopper. Oh, Hope's kind of nice. Yep. Lovely. Right, guys, I have got to the end of chat, so I think that will do us for the evening. Thank you for dropping by. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Weekends have a different meaning when you're not going out to work and stuff, but so I might not. But I'll definitely see you all Sunday. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great evening, day, whatever you're doing.